ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ॐ Namaste, all of you. Welcome back to our continuing study of Shrimad Bhagawad Geetha from the pages of Poojya Swamiji's, Poojya Swami Dayananda Saraswati's Geetha home study course. In these sessions, we are together exploring chapter 2 of Shrimad Bhagawad Geetha titled Sankhya Yoga, the topic of knowledge. The topic of knowledge. Chapter 2, because it is the first chapter in which teaching of Shrimad Bhagavad Gita begins, which begins with the 11th shloka of this chapter. This chapter is a comprehensive chapter. Comprehensive chapter. Chapter 2 deals with all aspects of what Shrimad Bhagavad Gita stands for. It gives us a bird's eye view of how the teaching is going to progress, along what lines the teaching is going to progress. There are 5 topics that are covered in the entire 700 verses of Shrimad Bhagavad Gita, and they are: 1. Karma Yoga, 2. Upasana Yoga, 3. Jnana Yoga, 4. The topic of Bhakti, and 5. Sadgunaha, values, noble values, Daivi Sampats. These are the 5 topics that Srimad Bhagavad Gita covers, and chapter 2, being the first chapter in which the teaching begins, covers all these 5 topics and gives us a bird's eye view. One would have to apply oneself to find out where these topics are present in the whole of the chapter and in the other chapters of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. They are sprinkled all over the Gita. In some places, they may pop out directly. For instance, in this chapter, Jnana Yoga is taught right at the beginning. Krishna begins with a bang. Ashocyan anvashocastvam pragyavadamscha bhashase. And then he goes on to talk about the various features of Atma. Then Krishna began talking about Karma Yoga in quite an amount of detail from Shloka 47 in the famous Shloka Karmani eva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phala hetur bhuhu ma te sangostva karmani. Krishna laid the foundation of Karma Yoga in that shloka and is continuing along the same lines in this shloka number 48, which we began to explore and study in the last capsule. I will recite this shloka for the sake of continuity and then pick up the thread from where we left. Shloka 48, chapter 2. Definition of Karma Yoga. Yogastha kuru karmani sangam tyaktva dhananjaya siddhya siddhyo samo bhutva samatvam yoga uchyate. Poojya Swamiji said, staying or abiding in yoga, being yogastha, means enjoying the attitude of samatvam, which we looked at in detail in the 47th shloka. The evenness of mind with reference to both siddhi, success, and asiddhi, failure, is called yoga. It is what makes you a yogi. Samatvam yoga uchyate is a separate sentence in this verse that defines yoga. As stated earlier, there are two definitions for Karma Yoga in this chapter. The first one is this one, Samatva, whereas the other one is Yogaha Karmasu Kaushalam. Yogaha Karmasu Kaushalam. Two important definitions of Karma Yoga. Now, what we were looking at in the last capsule was the scripturally enjoined karma and the four ashramas. Scripturally enjoined karma and the four ashramas. Vaidika karmas, scripturally enjoined actions, are made up of many rituals. These rituals can be divided into four categories. Kamya karmas, meant for producing given results desired by a given person. Nitya karma, daily rituals. Naimittika karma, occasional rituals. And prayaschitta karma, rituals to right any wrongs done. These are the four categories of karmas that are prescribed or enjoined by our Shastras. We looked at what Kamya Karma meant. Kamya Karma is a ritual, like, for example, the Putra Kameshti Yaga for a person desirous of children, like how King Dasharatha performed a Putra Kameshti Yaga and was blessed with four brilliant sons: Sri Rama, Sri Lakshmana, Sri Bharata, and Sri Shatrughna. This kind of karma or ritual is an example of Kamya Karma, a ritual performed purely for a given desired result. A ritual performed purely for a given desired result. Even though Kamya Karma was designed and unfolded by the Veda, which tells you that a given karma will produce a particular result, it does not mean that Kamya Karma is for Antahkarana Shuddhi. We must remember that the principal agenda of our Shastras, that includes Shrimad Bhagawad Geetha, is discovering moksha. That is the only agenda, if you ask me. The only agenda. Everything else plays only a supportive role. Main agenda is to enter the portals of Jnana Yoga, get Jnanam about yourself, and set yourself free once for all from the bondage of samsara. That's the only agenda. So, Kamya Karma, although enjoined in the Vedas, is not to be taken to benefit us by way of Antakarana Shuddhi. Particular rituals are mentioned for particular results and are purely for desired objects, kamya, such as the desire for a child. Similarly, there are many rituals mentioned in the Vedas whose result is said to be heaven, and they too are kamya karmas. Then there are nitya karmas and naimittika karmas. Nitya karmas and naimittika karmas, which can be considered together. Nitya naimittika karmani. That's how they are talked about. Nitya karma means a ritual or prayer. A ritual or prayer that is to be done every day. Nitya. Every day. No compromise. Which rituals or prayers are to be done depends on a person's status. An unmarried person, a brahmachari, has twofold karma to perform. The first is a prayer, Sandhya Vandana, enjoined by the Veda to be done 3 times a day, at sunrise, at noon, and at sunset. The second is a fire ritual, Samidhadana. First is Sandhya Vandana. The second is a fire ritual called Samidhadana, performed once in the morning and evening, wherein The prayer is, listen to this prayer. May I become brilliant. May I become brilliant. May I learn. May I be a person who has total control over myself. What a prayer. May I become brilliant. May I learn. May I be a person who has total control over himself, over myself. Then again, for a married person, a householder, grihastha, the nitya karmas differ. The nitya karmas differ. Sandhya Vandana continues, whereas Samidhadana is replaced by Agnihotra. We're looking at the Vedic design, is replaced by the Agnihotra. Another fire ritual which is also a Nitya Karma. Even now in the 21st century, I know of a person who performs Agnihotra, Nitya Agnihotra. That much is the value for our Vedic injunctions. This karma, this Agnihotra karma, is to be performed twice a day, morning and evening. This is the prescription. Do what the doctor says. Veda Mata is our doctor. On the day of marriage, the fire is lit and it is not allowed to die until the person takes sannyasa or the person dies. If the married person dies before sannyasa, the same fire is used for the cremation of the body. This is called the Antyeshti karma. Thus, the life of a householder is a dedicated religious life. The person can do anything in between, but these nitya karmas have to be performed every day without fail. The person can do anything in between, but these nitya karmas have to be performed every day without fail. We will continue this valuable and important discussion in the upcoming capsules and take our study forward. Hari Om.